Corey, you touched on it a bit yesterday, but how valuable has Logan Ferland been to this team this year, what he's done?
Yeah, man, just incredible. You know, he's played games at tackle. He's obviously dominated the guard position, and he's been outstanding at center. And if we needed to bump him to the other side and play the other two, he can do it. So I was most pleased conversation we had prior to the season about him taking the next step into becoming, one of the elite offensive linemen in the league, and I think he's taken those steps to this point in the season. So incredibly proud of the work he's put in and the leader that he's becoming. I'm sure he'd give a credit to a bunch of people, but I thought instantly the impact that Yosh had on him early. Now with Yosh, obviously, not out there, he's taken over that role. So really pleased and proud of Logan.
We'll close practice today. Any insight into who's starting at running back this week for you guys?
We'll probably lean on to Frank. Just having the situation with Q. We'll see. We'll play it close to the vest, but I would say that for him not having a bunch of practices putting out there is not fair. But he also was able to play within his first week here, so I'd lean Frankie, but nothing's out of the equation yet.
And as a coach, do you have to do anything in the locker room with all this stuff going on? You guys can clinch playoff spot, first place still attainable. How to keep these guys focused, or is it pretty? These guys know what the job is?
Yeah, again. To be honest, I'm not even certain of all the situations myself. What I would assume as part of it is that we go out and go 1-0 this week. That's all we talk about.
So are you expecting a high intensity game? And you guys can push playoff spot, and Edmonton's kind of fighting for their lives. You think it might be kind of like a playoff intensity?
Sure. I mean, it's kind of been the approach for us is just the eagerness to win each week. We kind of put that on ourselves. Through the end of the year, you're expecting those kind of games. Ottawa was kind of in a similar situation. Calgary the week before, they were eager to win, and I'm sure Edmonton is, but the reality is so are we. So we really just kind of focus inward on getting the job done for ourselves, and if we handle what we're supposed to handle, then everything will fall the way it needs to fall.
Coach, how would you evaluate your team's ability to go 1-0 every week and stay focused and dialed in on the now and not looking ahead of the present or even back at the past?
Yeah, that's the key, right? Be kind of where your feet are. We can definitely learn from the past. We can't project the future. We can only control what we do each day, each place. So that's the narrow focus, and that's where it has to be.
Obviously, you'll want to stop the run this week. Micah Johnson said we watched that film from back in week 9 at the start of the week, and he said it wasn't fun watching the lowlights. What did you learn from that, and how do you change it?
Yeah, I think it's just the accountability, not only as, being a player for this team, but even down to the details of your job in each play. So, there was definitely some things out there that we missed, assignment-wise. But as I spoke to yesterday, there was a couple calls for sure, being accountable myself that could have put the guys in better position. And, I don't want to discredit anything that they do. They're very excellent in the run game. So, you got to watch it, and it's a tough watch. So, certainly, I'm sure that they're going to go ahead and roll it out there at some point. We just got to be ready to play with 12 guys out there and everybody doing their job.
Trevor Harris, again, recognized by the league for his play last year. Have you learned anything that you didn't expect from Trevor Harris coming in?
No, this is it. You expect all that from Trevor Harris. Again, reap what you sow. The guy is day in, day out, and just proves what it takes to be a professional player as long as he has. So, even the accolades, I'm sure he doesn't even care, man. He just wants to help this team win, and that's really the attitude that you want everybody to have.
Brett Lawther plays his 100th game Saturday. What does that mean?
It means it's one more than 99. It is a great accomplishment, though. For people to stick around that long, you got to be really good at your job, and he's been that. So happy for the guy, but again, for him, I know he's focused on other things.
Speaking of really good at your job, what are your thoughts on C.J. Revis and what he's provided to you?
Yeah, no, it's you could definitely having him out there, he's been incredible this year. I think in terms of what we asked Sam to do at that position in the defense, he's made a lot of plays, man. He's had a great year. Even for him, not to play last week, I know crushed his soul. So to have him back out, just the energy that he plays with and he provides for the defense, you love it.
Barry Durant's going into the Plaza of Honor this year. What do you remember about playing against him?
Doubles, it was always, you knew that it was going to be a tough game, great competitor. I'd have to look back to see if I got him. I know I've laid a few hits on him, but he always got up, so that was one of those things. You definitely tip your cap to him. Excellent career. Excited to sit down and talk to him when he gets here. Heck of an honor, man. Excited to be just a fly on the wall to get to check it out. So excited to get him back in town.
Did circumstances ever allow you to spend any time chatting with Roy Sugars?
No, not to this point. Again, another guy that's going to be going in. So I've heard a lot of stories. Excited just to pick his brain, chop it up a little bit about the history and his history with the team. So it's going to be a good weekend.
How much would his name have come up when you were at Calgary, given how long he was there and the influence he had on that organization?
Yeah, again, just a small story. I got to tell you, there's probably been more since I've been here, to be honest with you. But what he's been able to do, not only for this team but for this league, his imprints, throughout the league. So, looking forward to more conversation.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.